So this is Matt with Elevate Glass, and I'm sitting here hanging out with Jop Glass, and I have a few questions for him. First one would be, how did you get into blowing glass?
How did I get into blowing glass? Well, I was carving stone for a bunch of years, and to carve stone, I'd spend 6 months to a year on one piece of artwork to try to hustle that through a gallery, and they're going to double that price up, and I didn't have a name in the stone carving world. I was broke.
Right.
So at the time, I was a lot younger, and I was kind of more reckless, and I was doing a lot of drugs at the time, and one of the persons I was doing drugs with was Jag. And he was like, yo, you're not making any money off stone carving. Come over here, I'll show you how to blow glass. You make bongs for me. So he gave me a couple demos. I tried it, and then he was like, yo, I'm broke. I can't hire you. But the fire in me was lit from him letting me try it.
Those first couple days?
Yeah, and I was like, all right, well, if you can't hire me, that's fine. But I'm going to do this on my own. So I rented a garage, and I just trial and error. Back then, techniques weren't shared. There was no internet stuff.
No Google.
No, there was nothing. It's like
no YouTube.
No YouTube. Anything you wanted to learn about pipes at that time was like old school. Like you had to apprentice under somebody, like much like tattooing. Like earn your stripes, and then they'll give you the knowledge. You know, so I think right now it's very cool that like people can go online and learn how to make a pipe from start to finish. But that like respect and like learning like the culture of being in the studio, I think that's kind of gone a little bit, but yeah, Jag like kind of gave me my start.
Okay, and so where was that at? Where did you guys?
In Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was in 2001.
And that's where you blow glass now, right?
Yes, it is.
So you're still in Philadelphia.
I am. I moved to California. I opened up a couple studios in San Diego, like right near Mexico. And that worked out really good. I didn't vibe with a lot of the people in California. I got arrested a lot, so I just dipped back to Philly.
Philly's a good place. I know what you're saying. Home is where the heart is, right? So who do you look up to in the game as far as who is inspiring to you?
The people that are inspiring to me are the people that I collab with most. I'm going to say Hoobs, Kurt B, Sagan Glass I look up to like really a lot. I think I look up to all those guys because they're like really technically proficient and they know what they're doing, but they're humble and there's no ego or attitude. And for me, I don't want to be around anybody that's like, I'm the man glass blower, you know? And those guys are the man glass blower, but they're humble about it.
I do, and are they close to home for you too? Hoobs?
No, Hoobs is Huntington Beach, California.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Sagan's Washington State. Kurt B is Vermont. But I make my way around, you know, it's a traveling glass blower thing.
You have to do that, yes. Okay, so do you have a favorite technique that you're into?
Huh. What is my favorite technique? That's a good question. I don't know if I have a favorite technique. I think my favorite technique is when you push your own technique and get out of your own comfort zone of shit that you know you can land every day. If you push that and like go out of your realm of comfortness, that's the best technique for me because you're like exploring new parts of yourself, which comes out through the art. And I don't feel like one person should like just get caught in one thing. I was caught as chicken guy for a while, you know? I'm like, that's great. I want to be known as something, so if I'm going to be chicken guy, that's fine. But I'm like, I know how to make so much more than chickens, you know? So like the one year I made the Biomech baby just to be like, this is what I can do, you know? But yeah, as far as my favorite technique, I don't think I have one. I just like people that go out of their comfort zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And as far as style-wise, you said you're the chicken man. Well,
yeah.
They call you the chicken man.
They call me the chicken man.
So that's basically, you definitely do some really wild birds. That's your style, though?
Yeah, it's my style because I can't own the chicken as a subject matter. Like none of these artists in here can own a subject matter. Like I'm not the owner of a chicken. If some guy wants to make a chicken, I don't even care about that. I feel like mine have a certain like flavor that only I put into it. You know, I think if somebody else made a chicken, it's gonna look totally different. That's great, but I feel like over the years, mine have become a certain specific style that's unique to my own.
Definitely. I would say that I can recognize your work, but you know,
thanks, man.
I'm definitely a huge fan of yours also.
Thank you, my dude.
Yes, sir. So you said you currently work with 4 artists. Are there any outside of that you work with on a regular basis? Do you have anybody in your studio?
Yes, I do. Actually, I had, when I opened up my first studio, I opened it up with Elbow. It was me and Elbow. We were doing pretty good. It was like right before Elbow like really blew up. And we opened up a gallery right above our studio called Front Street Gallery. That was doing well. It was like right before people started selling stuff through the internet. So we hit the mark right when it was right. Like a brick and mortar worked at that point. I don't know if brick and mortars work. So Rebecca, her brick and mortar works good because it's a head shop. My thing was just like really high-end stuff.
Yeah, gallery style.
Yeah,
yes.
So it did work good for a couple years, but then as you know, like as Instagram started progressing and people just started going customer direct, we shut down the gallery. Elbow moved out, and Time, you know Time?
I do know
yeah,
Time, yes.
He's my shopmate now, and just last month I got a new shopmate, a younger cat, 22 years old, brings some new life into the studio, some younger energy. And he graduated from Salem Community College, which is like a whole different style of thinking than I think. Like I'm more sculpture aspect, and Salem stuff is very scientific, very functional, seals, everything. So I got him in there now. That's our first piece right there, and it's like working out really good. But mostly I like the fact that he's like just young and hungry, and I kind of like feed off that energy. And I think he feeds off my energy too. So, yeah, 2 people other than me in my shop right now.
Okay, I got you. And then, so what do you see for your future as far as, are you going to continue on in the pipe industry? Are you looking beyond the pipe industry, you know? These are questions that I have because...
Yeah, I will be doing this in 5 years, yeah.
Okay.
I don't limit myself to just making pipes, though. I just want to make glass. If it's got to be a pipe, that's great, and I feel associated with the scene of pipe making. But at the end of the day, I don't care if it's a pipe or not. I just want to be in the studio creating glass.
Yes.
So whatever's going to keep me afloat and offer me the opportunity for the next day, my bills are paid, and I can keep blowing glass, that's rich to me. I'm winning, you know? If you look at my financial records, you're going to be like, yeah, this guy's not rich. But I don't measure it by that. I measure it by, I go in my studio, I make what I want. Like, how many other people, I mean, besides us, like, in this room, but in the world can, like, make what they want and make a living off of it? Like, that's a good feeling, you know? That's rich. I'm winning.
Yes,
you know?
I do believe that's
but if you, like I said, but if you looked at my financials, you'd be like, yo, you're not winning. But I am, though.
Yes. And you know, that's one of the things that keeps us moving in this industry. I think
Sure.
that's the future of all of us in a goal, you know, is our dreams and just having fun with it.
Sure.
You know, the money aspect is great, but the ability for me to come hang out with you
Yeah.
and experience your glass while you experience my glass is what drives me for all of it.
Sure, and also the whole traveling part of being a glassblower is like, if you invited me to your town or vice versa, you're already dialed into like the coolest shit in the town because I've lived there my whole life. So you can travel around.
Me to the right places.
Yes,
Yes.
So you can travel around the United States, make money blowing glass with people, but also like experience all these cities and like the best parts of those cities.
The best side of the city.
Yes.
The culture that we know. For
Sure.
So I know you have a lot of spare time as a glass blower. What do you do as a hobby? Yeah, you got no spare time.
I was just gonna say there's none, but no, I was refurbishing a 1967 Pontiac Le Mans.
Oh wow!
I don't know shit about cars. I literally like would watch YouTube videos how to change a starter, and then the next day change a starter. I change the timing chain, you know, the radiator, fuel pump, water pump, all that stuff. But that's what I do for fun, and that's what I'd like to do. I think If I wasn't a pipe maker, I'd be working on old school cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Passion for restoring stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And also, I think it's really good that I think it's healthier if a pipe maker has a hobby that's
Something to do,
outside
yeah.
of glass. Because us making glass, it's our hobby and our passion. So you need to have something that's not associated with that you still do. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is important. I try my best, but they kind of run together for sure. Two last questions.
Sure.
Do you believe in aliens?
Right, absolutely 100% believe in aliens. I think they've already infiltrated this
They're here.
this planet.
All right.
I think they've been here. I think they're in the oceans. I think they're in the mountains. I think some of us are aliens. I definitely believe in aliens, 100%.
And what would an alien do for a Klondike bar?
Hopefully smoke it.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Yes, anytime, my dude. Thank
Do you have anything to add at all?
I just hope that everybody can continue making pipes. I mean, I don't want any other life. This is the life that I want. So as long as we can keep this going, I'm fucking happy.
Yes, sir. Well, once again, thank you for your
Yeah,
time,
man,
sir.
anytime. You're a really easy interview, man.